Start close up, low light. Your dog's chin rests perfectly, heavily on your knee while you work. Hold the shot. Don't rush it. You know that weight? That specific, deliberate, almost architectural pressure of a dog's head resting on your knee, not flopped there by accident, not sliding off, just settled. Like they made a decision, like they found the one coordinate in the room that made sense and locked themselves onto it. Look directly into the lens, soft, unhurried. We spend so much energy on training, on commands, on whether they sit before they eat or wait at the door or stop pulling on the leash. And in all of that, we completely walk past the quiet moments, the mundane ones, the ones where they aren't looking at you like a trainer or an authority figure. They're looking at you like the one person in the world they have fully, completely decided to trust. Most people brush these moments off as dog things, just habits, just quirks. They aren't. And once I explain what's actually happening biologically, neurologically, in the deep wiring of who they are, you're never going to see that chin on your knee the same way again. Lean forward slightly, the energy of someone who's thought about this too long and needs to say it out loud. You've probably heard the pack leader thing. The idea that to earn your dog's respect, you need to be a firm, consistent authority figure. Strict, dominant, the boss of the household. Small, tired laugh. Honestly, that's such a cold, lonely way to look at what is genuinely one of the most remarkable relationships available to a human being. Actually, wait. Let me be more specific, because it's not just cold. It's wrong in a way that costs people something real. When you spend your whole relationship focused on being the authority, you create this low-level grinding tension. You're always correcting, they're always complying, and underneath all of it, this fear starts building. Quiet, persistent, 2 a.m. level fear. Does he actually love me, or is he just responding to my tone? That fear? That's what keeps you from seeing what's right in front of you, because your dog isn't trying to work out where you rank. They sorted that out a long time ago. What they're doing now, in the weird, small, sometimes slightly gross ways they behave around you, is showing you something that doesn't have a command attached to it. Something that doesn't show up in a training manual. They're showing you that you are their safe place, their anchor, their person. We're going to go through 7 signs that prove it. Easy smile. Warm. 7 signs. From the way they follow you to the bathroom to how they handle a stranger getting too close, to one behavior so small and so specific that most people have never had it explained to them at all. Stay for point 7. It's the quiet one. The one that comes back to this moment, right here, and makes it mean something completely different. Soft gesture toward the camera. If you've ever wondered whether your dog genuinely sees you as their whole world, subscribe. Let's get into it. Stand up and take 2 steps. Pause. Listen for the sound. You hear that? Clack, clack. The nails on the hallway floor, keeping pace exactly 2 steps behind you. You go to the kitchen, they're there. You move to the other room, they follow. You go to the bathroom, and there's that specific, almost offended scrabble at the door when they realize it closed before they could get in. Most people think this is clinginess, neediness. Some trainers will actually tell you it's a problem to fix, that a truly confident dog should be comfortable staying put. Except, actually, let me push back on that, because the shadowing behavior isn't rooted in anxiety in most dogs. It's rooted in something much older. In the wild, proximity to the group meant safety. Losing sight of your pack, even briefly, was a real threat. Your dog isn't following you to the bathroom because they're anxious. They're doing a security check. Every few minutes, they need to physically confirm, still there, still safe. Good. You are their entire external nervous system. The fact that they'd rather be on cold tile next to you than on a warm couch in another room, that's not a training failure. That's the highest vote of confidence they know how to cast. Hold up a leash. This one needs a prop. You're on a walk. They're out in front, nose down, completely absorbed in whatever yesterday's story is on that patch of grass. And then, without warning, they stop, turn their head back, look directly at you for 2 full seconds, then go back to sniffing. I used to think that was just a distraction. or checking if I caught up. Actually, wait, I had it completely backwards. What looks like a casual glance is a very specific behavior that researchers studying dog cognition call referential checking. They're not looking to see where you are. They're looking to see how you are. Reading your face, your posture, whether you look relaxed or tense, engaged or far away. Because to them, your emotional state is real-time data. If you're calm, the environment is safe. If something shifted in your face, they need to know. Dogs check back more frequently with owners they have stronger bonds with. It's not random. It's monitoring. The same thing a child does when they run ahead at a park. That quick look over the shoulder to make sure their person is still watching. They're not just taking you for a walk. They're keeping track of you. Sit on the floor. Get low. This one belongs at their level. They have a bed. You bought a good one. Orthopedic foam, the right size, positioned in a spot that gets decent light, and they sleep on the floor next to your feet, or on the cold bathroom tiles, or pressed against the couch leg, directly below where you're sitting. The training advice on this is very confident. Crate them, give them their own space, teach independence. And look, there's a version of that which is genuinely useful, but it completely sidesteps the question of why a dog with every physical comfort available still chooses the floor beside you. Because they're not choosing physical comfort, they're choosing you. There's a term in attachment science, proximity seeking, that describes the behavior of going toward your attachment figure when you need to feel safe. It's what children do. It's what dogs do. The difference is that your dog is doing it even when nothing is wrong, especially when nothing is wrong. They're not seeking you because they're scared. They're seeking you because you are, at the most foundational level, what safe feels like to them. The floor next to your feet is more comfortable than any bed in the house because you're there. This one, lean back slightly. More conversational. If you have a reactive dog, you know the particular stress of this. The bark that erupts at a stranger across the street. The lunge towards someone getting too close. The general sense that your dog has decided every new human is guilty until proven innocent. And then you say, calmly, evenly, it's okay. And they look at you, and something shifts. The bark drops in frequency. The body loosens. They check the stranger again, then check your face, then make a decision. If you're not worried, I'll stand down. Here's what's actually happening. They aren't just responding to your tone. They're using you as their information source about the world. In behavioral science, this is called social referencing, using a trusted individual's reaction to calibrate your own response to an ambiguous situation. It's the same mechanism that makes a toddler look at a parent's face before deciding whether a new situation is scary or exciting. Your dog isn't being reactive. They're being a lookout. And when you signal calm, they trust that signal completely because you're the one they've decided knows things they don't. The guilt of a reactive dog is real. The embarrassment on the sidewalk is real. But underneath all of it, what you're actually seeing is a dog who trusts your read on the world more than their own first instinct. That's not a problem. That's devotion. Pause. Let the room go quiet for a moment before speaking. There is a specific sigh, not the restless one, not the "I'm bored and you haven't moved in an hour" one. This one is different. It happens when they've finally, fully settled, when they've done their rounds, checked the perimeter, confirmed that everyone is accounted for, and decided that the day is done. They lower themselves against your leg, or onto your feet, or along your side, and then the whole rib cage releases. One long, heavy breath out, like something they've been holding since morning just finally let go. That sigh is the sound of a nervous system that has stopped working. Dogs are always, to some degree, on duty, monitoring, tracking, running background processes we can't see. The only time most dogs truly power down is when they are physically close to their person and everything checks out. That sigh isn't tiredness, it's arrival. It's the canine equivalent of taking off your shoes at the end of a long day and knowing you don't have to go back out. You are the place they arrive at. Pick up a well-loved, slightly disgusting toy, hold it up, this thing, the toy that has been loved into a completely unrecognizable shape, that is stiff in some places and soggy in others, covered in dried mud and whatever else it's accumulated, across 14 months of being their most prized possession. And they bring it to you. Not to play necessarily, not because they want you to throw it. They just walk over, drop it at your feet, and look at you. Sometimes they nudge it closer with their nose, like they're making sure you saw. Here's what's actually happening. In dog psychology, sharing a resource is a profound social signal. Resources are survival, food, toys, their most valued objects. Sharing these things is not casual. It's reserved for their inner circle, their family. When they drop that soggy, destroyed thing at your feet, they're not being random. They are giving you the thing they care most about, because you are the person they care most about. It's the most direct translation they have for thank you for providing everything. It's a gift from someone who genuinely believes you hung the moon, the mess, the fur, the slightly horrible smell. That's the price of being someone's whole world. Honestly, it's worth it. Slow down completely. Sit quietly. Let the dog settle near you before speaking. We're back where we started, that weight, that specific, deliberate pressure of a chin resting on your knee. Not flopping, not sliding, settling, like a decision was made. I want to tell you what that actually is because I spent years thinking it was just a comfortable resting position. Researchers studying tactile bonding in dogs found that deliberate physical contact, especially the kind initiated by the dog, not the owner, functions as what they call a proximity anchor. The dog is not resting passively. They are tethering themselves to you, maintaining physical contact so that if you move, they know instantly. If your energy shifts, they feel it through their jaw before you've made a sound. It is, in the most literal sense, them holding on to you. Look directly at the lens. Pause. And here's the thing that gets me every time I think about it. They don't do this with furniture. They don't do this with the floor, or the wall, or the couch arm. They do it with you. Specifically, deliberately, repeatedly, you. Because you are not furniture. You are not the house. You are the thing in the house that means safety. That means home. That means I'm okay. That chin on your knee is not a quirk. It's a declaration. Slow, cinematic, sit on the floor with your dog. Let them lean into you. Film it at their level. We worry so much, whether we're training them right, whether we're giving them enough. Whether the missed walk, or the distracted evening, or the day we were just too exhausted to be fully present. Whether any of that is slowly failing them in some way we can't see. And then they walk over. They lower that chin onto your knee. They breathe out that long, quiet, everything is fine sigh. And they just stay. Look into the lens. Calm, real. That is not a dog waiting for a command. That is not an animal performing a behavior for a reward. That is a living creature with their own fear and their own joy and their own interior world we'll never fully know, choosing to rest in the presence of the one person they trust completely. The fur on the couch, the mud in the hallway, the 3 a.m. bathroom escort, all of it. That's just what it looks like when someone has decided you're theirs. Quietly pat your dog. Let the moment breathe. If you see these signs in your dog, tell me in the comments. I'd genuinely love to know which one hit differently. Thanks for reading. See you in the next one.